So we're gonna talk about Cloverfield in a little bit. First things first.
No!
We gotta talk about what just happened a few minutes ago. So we were just walking back from the movie theater. Amarissa here, by the way, in case you didn't know who that is by now. But anywho, so we're walking back there, and it's a mall. You got those kiosk people, and the kiosk people can be pushy.
Yep.
So we're just walking by, and you have your phone out, and it's like, excuse me, what kind of phone is that? And you just ignored her.
Well, yeah, because I didn't really completely ignore her because I kind of know what it's like to be in her shoes. So I answered her question. I told her it was an iPhone 6, and then she has, oh, where'd you get your iPhone 6 from? And I said, no!
Just loudly in the middle of the mall.
Just loudly.
Just, no! Head thrown back, like arms kind of dangle a little bit.
Because I didn't stop walking when I answered her. I was still walking as I was answering her questions, and so I was well past her when she asked me, oh, like, where from? Where'd you get it from? And I said, no!
She's like, are you alright?
She said, are you alright? So I didn't want to get roped into like her trying to give me her pitch because I have places to go, people to see, reviews to do. So I didn't want to get stuck having her try and give me her pitch, and I think I just legitimately scared the shit out of her. So
just wondering, what a strange woman.
Are you alright?
She must be a
No!
She must be a fan of Zac Efron.
No!
Alright, so 10 Cloverfield Lane. This one's another one of those reviews where we're just gonna give general thoughts for starters, because a lot of this is gonna be spoiler heavy.
Yeah.
Especially with the third act, we have to talk about it.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna start with general thoughts. I thought it was pretty good.
I liked it.
Third act aside, but that's a whole other topic.
Yeah.
But no, like, this is honestly, like, for 2/3 of the way through this movie, this is like the most intense, terrifying fucking movie I've seen in a long time.
Because I thought the acting especially on John Goodman's part was really good. And I was
John Goodman is phenomenal.
Like I was telling Michael as I was walking out of the theater, that I was like, fuck man, like I really think that he could be like that in real life. Like that's how well he played it, is that like he was that character.
Well, he's
like,
a very soft-spoken person in real life, so
just intimidating.
No, he's like, John Goodman needed a good movie after the last few stinkers I've seen him, and I love John Goodman. John Goodman is an American treasure, as far as I'm concerned. That being said, I still make Big Lebowski jokes through the entire movie. Yeah.
But yeah,
one of my favorites, like, one towards the end, but we'll get that later when we go talk about spoilers.
Right.
But no, like, yeah, like, I've always known John Goodman could be an especially scary actor when he wants to be. Because, like, my first example is Barton Fink, which, if you haven't seen it, go see it. And I know you haven't seen it, I'm talking to generally the audience, but spoilers for Barton Fink, by the way. There is just a scene towards the very end where there's a hotel hallway on fire, and he has a shotgun, and he's charging, and he's screaming. And he's shouting, "I'll show you the life of the mind," over and over again. It's amazing. Go watch Barton Fink. It's amazing. I think I listed it for like one of my all-time favorite movie climaxes.
Wow.
Nice. No pun intended. But no, it's like, go watch Barton Fink. But anyway, back to Cloverfield Lane. Yeah, this is a very slow burn, insanely fucking intense movie.
Yeah. I mean, because there's not really violence. I mean, there's like a couple of moments, but it builds. Yeah, it's not like unnecessarily like, you know, like those movies that are like violent for the sake of violence. Like, it's a gory movie. Like, this isn't that, and it's not even, I guess, horror in the sense of like aliens or spirits or anything like that. Like, it's legitimate. Like, it plays on the fear of humans, like humans on humans, right? I mean, there's the ultimate, like, oh, we're in a bunker because of, you know, this thing going on outside, but that's not, you're not scared of what's outside. This entire movie, you're not scared, except for maybe like the last 2 minutes, but other than that,
it's like any of those tropes, like the good tropes in like monster movies, like that. Like, The Thing is a good example of this, where it's like, really, the real evil, the real monster is human beings.
Yeah. Yeah.
More so than the actual monster. And I'm not saying this is a monster movie, but it has elements of that.
Which I thought was interesting, because in my mind, I was thinking of, you know, I mean, I guess maybe there's no relation to the older movie, but, or to
It looks like it's going for an anthology kind of thing.
Okay, but regardless, in my mind, I was thinking, oh, it's going to be an alien movie, because Cloverfield was, like, you know, I think it was like New York, or...
Yeah, was it
Was it San Francisco?
It was New York, because at the Statue of Liberty, was it
the Statue?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, you're right. Duh, it's like the cover of the...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it was New York, and so, like, I just expected aliens, you know, like, throughout, and then really it wasn't about the aliens, which I thought was great because it really...
After saying there are aliens. There may or may not be aliens. John Goodman thinks they're Martians. So there's that going for it.
What was that other, like, the guy was like, oh, you should hear his theory on what was it?
It was like as like mutant space worms or something.
Yeah.
Which might have been a Doom reference, or Dune reference.
I don't know.
Because I know they were watching a movie at one point called Cannibal Airplanes, which I kind of wanted to watch.
Cannibal Airplanes. So
these motherfucking cannibals
on the airplane, or is it airplanes who are cannibals?
No, it's gonna be like a Langoliers.
It's like JJ the jet plane gone wrong.
I don't even know how that would work. If Pixar's planes took a very dark turn. Although, to be fair, the sequel was very close to taking an actual dark turn.
They made a second Planes?
There was a second Planes.
Really?
Yeah, I had to see it by myself.
I didn't even see the first one, so I didn't know that existed.
It exists. It's not very good. I'm sure you can figure that out. But anyway, I think that's all you really say with general thoughts, not going into spoiler territory. So if you don't want anything spoiled, know that it's pretty good. And you should go see it. Otherwise, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, there are aliens. Yeah, there are actually aliens. It kind of comes out of nowhere, too. I mean, they reference it, they kind of make it as a possibility, but all of a sudden, towards the end, fucking aliens everywhere.
I mean, I knew there was going to be aliens because I was reading about the movie. Maybe
you cheated. Oh.
Just so that they don't hear all this happening. Sorry. But yeah, I slightly cheated because I'm on social media all the time, and I just happened to see that, like, some article that came up saying that Cloverfield was really good with just a really weird ending. And so, because I was curious, I clicked on it and I just kind of like browsed it. I didn't full on read it, but they had mentioned, like, I saw people's comments saying like, oh yeah, it's super weird. This whole alien part was bullshit or was stupid or whatever. And so, like, I can see what they mean in the sense of where it's like the entire movie was so great in regards of just building up all that tension in the bunker, and then like when you're outside, you're just like, what the actual fuck?
Yeah, I know, because then it's like attack of just the killer anuses. So just keep it like attack, like it's orifice within orifice within
pretty
orifice.
Much.
It's kind of weird. Like it looks more like a Pokemon a little bit when you actually
I don't know what kind of Pokemon you're playing, but I
and like a underground horror Pokemon. Yeah.
Well, because like I was saying as we were walking out, it reminded me more of like something from like Dead Space with
that Necromorphs or the hell.
Yeah, whatever the hell. Okay, sidetrack from the movie, but the first time I ever played Dead Space, there's like in my head, what I see when I see the monsters that are like part human still, I just see giant chickens. Do you know what I'm talking about, though?
Now that you mention it,
like, because like their claw things are like this, and they're not really like humans. So I just, when they're coming after you like this, I'm like, I'm terrified because I just imagine them, and that like scares me.
Are you afraid of chickens?
I am now. I wasn't before.
Oh, that's great.
No, because they don't look like humans, and they look like chickens that have already been like, skinned and like put in a bag and like ready to be served or like bought at the store, like with no head because they didn't have any heads, right? And then they were just like this like sides on their arms, but they looked like chickens. They looked like giant chickens, and the way that they walked were like, and I was just like, anyways, back.
Someone needs to make that mod. Dead Space, all monsters, just gigantic chickens.
Yes.
Throw some like turkey for like a boss battle or something like that. Just like, all right, Isaac, we gotta go. Hear that through the walls. That'd be great.
Oh man.
I know that Dead Space taught me that me very, very angry and then scaring me is not a pleasant combo for me.
Yes.
Because apparently I realized that's like my aggro activation switch right there. Because there was one point, I don't remember what the hell I was... No! Not even that. I was pissed. I was like super pissed off by something that happened earlier that day, so I played it to get my mind off things. Then I started getting scared on top of that.
Yeah.
And apparently that has introduced like some very just aggro, want to punch something aggro, because I started foaming at the mouth a little bit. I was like, come on! just do it, like becoming that character.
Yes.
But anyway, back
to the movie.
It's like 2/3 of this movie. Actually, I would say 3/4.
I'd say more than that. Honestly, it wasn't like it was like the last 10 minutes of the movie that was brilliant.
Which is like, I mean, like before that, it's a phenomenal movie. I think like most tense movie I've seen all year.
Oh, absolutely.
And a lot of that's just because the acting is so fucking good.
Yes.
And John Goodman, from beginning to end, like, obviously there's something wrong with him, but like, he's always that person you just know is just like one hair switch away from losing his shit.
Yep.
And you just feel that tension. Even just the way they play fucking Pictionary is like the single most terrifying game of Pictionary I've seen in forever.
I know what you're doing!
Because
it's Santa! It's Santa!
Like, to give context to that a little bit.
You don't need context. That's all you need to know.
Basically, what happens is this woman played by the woman from Scott Pilgrim.
Ramona Flowers.
Yeah.
That's all I
didn't even know that was her.
I don't know her actress. I don't know the actress's name.
Neither do I. I didn't know who she was until Karina saw that trailer and she pointed out. I was like, oh yeah.
Well, I knew she looked familiar, and it was bothering me why I couldn't figure out who it was. Because to me, at a different angle, she kind of looks like Brie Larson. But I'm like, I know it's not Brie Larson.
No, not Brie Larson.
So I looked it up, and I was like, oh, duh, it's Ramona Flowers. And so yes. Anyway, so I thought she was doing really well.
No, she did really good.
Well.
And then anyway, she's like run away from her boyfriend or something like that, and she's a designer.
Weren't they like engaged or something? Because she left the ring.
Oh yeah, so it's probably like a fiance or something like that. Either way, something happens, she just ditches and leaves. They never explain why, which is fine. I don't need to know. And then she gets in a car crash. She wakes up in this bunker run by John Goodman, whose name is Howard in this movie, and he's clearly psychotic to an extent, but he's convinced that there's an attack that happened up at the top, so they need to stay there or they're gonna die. Turns out he's right. But for most of the movie, you can't tell like if it's some insanely elaborate like serial killer shit, or like if something just really fucking bad happened up there. Both, yeah.
Turns out it's both.
Turns out it's both, yeah. But anyway, there's a part where they start to catch on that he might be a serial killer because he killed like this woman that he said was his daughter. It turns out it wasn't. It was some other random girl.
Makes it even creepier.
Yeah, and it's the way the way he gets freaks out when he catches her flirting with Emmett, the other guy that's in the bunker. How he, again, just completely loses his shit.
Yeah.
And again, when John Goodman wants to be terrifying, he's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Oh god, this makes up for Meet the Coopers in so many ways.
Didn't see that one either.
Don't ever, it's terrible. Anywho, but anyway, so what happens is her and Emmett, who's this other guy who worked on making the bunker, and is now staying with him, mostly out of pure dumb luck, really. They start planning like how to escape. So they make this they get this shower curtain. They make it this, or they're starting to make it this very fancy like airtight
makeshift hazmat suit.
Yeah,
kind of,
makeshift hazmat suit. And next show they're playing Pictionary, and it's John Goodman's turn to pick it up, and it's Emmett's supposed to guess, and he goes, "I see you all the time. I'm always watching. I know what you are doing." Just
Santa Claus isn't like that. Why would you ever do that to try and impersonate Santa Claus?
Because it's fucking John Goodman being scary. And it just gets more and more intense. The music, so all I know was like, it's fucking Santa Claus! God!
But after that, because he was like, he kind of figured out by then, because Emmett was kind of like, what? I don't want you to, like, kind of giving it away that they were up to something. And so then, got John Goodman's character, Howard, basically pulls them aside, and then, like, he has some fucking giant bin of, like, acid, basically, and is like, so you're gonna tell me what's going on?
You're gonna take an acid dip. I was like,
yeah,
oh,
pretty
God.
much, and you're just like, oh,
this is gonna take a Breaking Bad turn.
Of course, Emmett, because of tropes and men being like, oh, I'm gonna save a girl or whatever,
to be fair, there's only 3 people in there. I'm not sure you get much claim sexism in that regard.
Well, I just feel like it's typical of the man to be like, oh, I'll save you. I'm so chivalrous.
Fair enough. But, I mean, we do have John Goodman who can't even call her a woman.
Yeah, a girl.
A girl. Little princess. No, it's little woman. Should have made a better example.
But yeah, and so that when he shoots him, he's like, accept your apology.
And then
boom!
Bam! Just shoots him in the face.
Oh shit! And then sticks him in the fucking
barrel. But it's PG-13, so you can't actually show him and throw him in the barrel.
Right.
Although they kind of do.
You see his body in it later as she's trying to, like, escape.
Or what's left of him. And then he comes back later, he's all clean-shaven and shit. And he's offering her ice cream.
Yeah, that was
fucking
creepy.
Unnerving.
That was creepy.
Hell.
Yeah.
God, he's so good in this.
Yeah.
John Goodman needed a good movie so badly, and I love scary good John Goodman. We never get to see him very often. It's such a magical treat. I'm just so happy for a good John Goodman movie.
Yeah.
You have no idea. I've seen, like, between this and the previous ones were like Meet the Coopers and The Gambler, which granted he was called The Gambler, but
still I haven't seen any of those. So.
And it's like every movie I've seen has just been bad and bad and bad and bad. It's like first like, oh thank God they gave him a role he could sink his teeth into.
Yeah.
I know, and then you get from all that intensity, you get this big, like, dramatic climax where, of course, John Goodman gets thrown into the acid.
Yeah.
And then Ramona Flowers escapes, and then
well, okay, can we talk about the fact that, well, okay, so as she's escaping, like, she actually purposefully knocks over, right, this barrel of acid, and throws John Goodman in it, and basically escapes, and the whole place is, like, on fire, and then the place explodes, right? And it's like a giant beacon to the air. It's like, oh, here I am. And then to make it worse, she sets off the car alarm. And it's like, you just can't be quiet, can you? And then when she hides into the little barn area, she starts knocking shit over. I'm like, Jesus Christ. You are just a hot-ass mess. I mean, I know you're scared and fumbling around. We've all been there. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't run from aliens yet, but there's still time. There's still time. But I was just like, oh my God, you're knocking everything over and blowing shit up, and they're gonna know you're right there.
And then giant sphincters attack.
Yeah, basically. And I don't know how I mean, I guess it didn't have eyes, just 7 sphincters on its face, but
I guess it works by sound. I don't really know how it works. But
yeah, I don't know either, but like I don't know how it didn't like hear her despite her turning off the thing, like, because she still managed to rummage around and shit, and so it's like, it made no sense at the end.
No, like that one was a kind of like where it kind of took a Shyamalan twist.
Yeah.
A little bit was like, okay, we're doing this now. I mean, you knew it had to be something. There was kind of some kind of twist. What shit was going to be like? Turns out it was like a illusion, like it was a setup all along. Or set up all along, or no, it was aliens. Fucking aliens. But the part that made me laugh to myself a little bit was when the bunker did just blow up.
Because I was.
To be fair, they set that up.
This is why we can't have nice things.
But I lean over to you and I just imagine, I just like see John Goodman's face like lit up in the flames and just him saying in dramatic tense, you see what happens, Larry? You see what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass. You've seen The Big Lebowski, right?
No.
You've never seen The Big Lebowski? Oh my God!
There's a lot of movies I haven't seen, Michael, if you haven't noticed.
When I moved to my own place, we were making you watch The Big Lebowski.
Okay. Although with that one quote being all I have to base my, I guess, knowledge on, I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, it has to be seen to be believed.
Fucking strangers in the ass.
He says that to a teenager, too.
Oh.
As he's, like, breaking a car down with a crowbar.
I mean, it wouldn't be the weirdest thing I've seen this year.
Yeah, it's one of John Goodman's best roles ever.
Fair enough.
I mean, you've seen the, Mighty the One Gives a Shit About the Rules thing, right?
No.
Oh my God, you're killing me here.
I know.
It's okay, it's okay.
Rest in peace, Michael. Rest in peace. No.
Happy St. Patty's Day.
Yeah. I'm really not wearing any green.
I got green hair, so I guess I can do it.
True.
Yeah. You got a turn. I got my Dungeons & Dragons shirt. So you got a little D12 on the axe there.
Nice. I dig it.
Anywho, that weird tangent aside. I mean, like, there's really not a whole lot else to say. It's like, when it's intense, it's fucking intense.
Yeah.
I would say more so than The Witch, to be completely honest.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, very different movie than The Witch, but at the same time, also, like, along the same lines as well as, like, tone and pacing. The pacing in this movie's great, too.
Yeah.
Like, this one just knows how to build it up and knows when to, like, knows when to give it, like, I don't want to say give it to you because that sounds wrong, but, knows when to, just, when to pay off and when to let it build.
Yeah.
So like that way, like it does just enough.
Well, yeah, because like there's those moments of like, okay, well maybe John Goodman's character isn't so bad. You know, he has those moments of like humanity, and then you're just like, nope.
Because like right from the bat, you're like convinced he's a fucking psychopath.
Oh yeah,
for a good reason. Because he's talking like, oh, you know, it might be the Russians or maybe the Martians. You know, finally decide to figure out how to come here. They might have their weapons gonna make us look like sticks and stones.
Well,
but it turns out he was right.
Oh yes, but I feel like for me, I always felt unnerved by him. But it was more like he has a mental illness, I think.
Yeah.
Versus like, because in my mind I was like, oh, mental health stigma versus this guy's actually is actually a killer. And so like for me there was that like back and forth, like, oh, he's just a guy with a mental illness, and then it's like, no, actually he kills people. So it was like that like back and forth of like, oh, you know, he's got some stuff going on. But then, you know, when you find out about I can't remember the
like Brittany or the one that she killed.
Brittany, there you go. Brittany's having, well, we already passed way past spoilers.
We already talked with the aliens.
You know, so you know, like when you find out Brittany, or he presumably killed Brittany, and she was trying to escape by writing "help" on the glass with her earring, her bloody earring.
No way to go.
When you hear all that, you're just like, well, he's a pervert, he's a killer, and he's, you know.
I'm not sure I'd call him a pervert. It looks like he's looking for like a daughter figure or something like creepy like that. That's what I got out of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because like if he wanted something sexual, he would have done more sexual. He can't even refer to her as a woman. He calls her a girl or a princess.
That's true. Like when he brings her like ice cream and stuff.
Which are like strictly like daughter terms.
Yeah.
So, like,
you're right. Okay, so but he's still like a creepy dude, right? So.
Yeah. But fucking that Pictionary scene, man.
Yeah.
Again, it's
speaking of board games, okay, so I don't want to be. I'm not trying to be offensive, but I was cracking up at the games that were there because it was like Monopoly, something, Bible Pictionary or something. It was like,
that Bible Pictionary?
Yeah, it's a Bible.
What the fuck is Santa Claus doing in there?
I don't know. But I was just like, that game exists? Bible Pictionary?
To be fair, we see a lot of religious movies. So but
I feel like how many possible things? I mean, I guess there can be a lot in Bible Pictionary, but I just feel like, you know, regular Pictionary would make more sense to me than like, it's Jesus.
I'm not sure it really is a Bible Pictionary, because I'm not sure a Bible Pictionary has Little Woman. That's one of their guesses.
No, I swear it said Bible Pictionary. I mean, it was Bible something. I could have sworn it was Pictionary, but
maybe I'd have
maybe they had another version of Pictionary. I don't know.
Maybe variety, I guess.
Because it was a long, because like it looked, I don't know, but it definitely said Bible something, because I was like, oh, okay, trying to figure out how that game would work. I swear it was Pictionary. Anyways,
like I think the part I was laughing at myself too is like at the very, very end. She finally gets in the car. She's blown up the alien ship.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, okay. Like, again, I heard Independence Day in my head. Have you seen Independence Day?
A long time ago.
I just think in the part where the guy flies his plane to the spaceship and he goes, "Hello, boys, I'm back!" And then the ship blows up. That's all I was thinking when that happened. But there's a part where she's like, if like for anyone who has like medical or fighting skills, we need your help.
Hey, and they're gonna have to. It's the apocalypse. They have to look really good.
I know, but at the same time, I was thinking to myself like,
she stitched him up once.
I mean,
she clearly has medical experience now.
All I could think of
myself was like, Molotov cocktail, a makeshift Molotov cocktail into the mouth or butt. Who knows? Who knows what that hole was of the monster? So she clearly has combat experience now. So she's pretty certified.
Well, I mean, like it opens and closes. So if it was like in the posterior part of the body, it either was like a very just again angry sphincter or like a vagina with teeth. One of the two. Both exist.
Have been known to happen so far.
So it's entirely possible.
Yeah.
But another part I was laughing at myself. I was like, you know, the person who wrote this either was a design major or a very frustrated one, because this whole movie feels like a justification for your degree. See, designers save lives.
Hey, there's use for everyone in the zombie apocalypse or alien apocalypse, the apocalypse.
Yeah, she can design the Mad Max uniforms.
Yeah.
In fact, she kind of does in this movie too.
Yes, and when she's drawing in the magazine.
Which makes you wonder how long a period of time this movie takes place in. Because like Emmett has that cast like that thing above her on the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So how long does this movie take place? Probably a few months.
You think so?
I think so, because the scar on John Goodman's hand starts to disappear. Those are the shit I was paying attention to, apparently.
Like, yeah, okay. I don't know if it would be 3 months, but maybe a little bit less than that.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I think I've said all I can think about this. We just go see it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Like,
I think out of
4/5 of the movie, I think it's really damn well worth watching. The second one's not bad. The ending's not bad by any means. It just kind of comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think out of the horror movies that I've seen, I've really seen much other than that this year, but I think this tops The Witch for sure.
Yeah, I would say like end it right when she gets out of the bunker. Just cut to credits. You don't need the rest. Leave it ambiguous.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they were doing that purposefully to try and create room for another one, though.
Yeah, like it could just be like well, I'm willing to bet happened. It's like this is probably just meant to be a movie on its own, but they slapped the Cloverfield title on it. And say, oh, we need something more sci-fi, or because we have Cloverfield movies, so there's aliens in there.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Yeah, so that's probably what it was, because that was the only time.
Can we talk about you said, but I was thinking it when you said it, was what a greatly placed PG-13 fuck.
Oh yeah.
Because like the entire time, because in my mind when I'm watching this kind of stuff unravel in film, I'm always like, how would I be reacting? What would I be thinking? And I remember when she first wakes up and she's just kind of like crying, kind of sad, I'd be like, fuck. Like, that's the only word I would probably say, but then you have to remember this is film, this is PG-13, and so, like, she's obviously not going to be saying that, but, like, in my mind, that's what I would be thinking the entire time, or at least saying it, and then so when she finally makes it out, or whatever, she
gets attacked by aliens, and like an alien spaceship, and then she blows up the spaceship, and then she gets out of the car, looks around and goes, fuck!
And it's like, that about sums it up.
I mean, it doesn't top Wolverine and X-Men First Class. That's still my favorite fuck in a PG-13.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. 100%.
I am Charles Xavier. Go fuck yourself. Okay.
That was awesome. I didn't know that.
Oh, man. But no, I feel like we just ended it right there. Like, that would have been great. Just, I would just reckon, the movie's fantastic, best of the year, go see it, but instead we had the aliens in there. It's like, okay, that kind of ruins someone's momentum. And I get it, when you have stuff like that, you already said that something's going on, you have to give some kind of explanation. But at the same time, I think it would have
been cool if she had just, exited, and then, because you know how they do that, the pan of, the fields?
Yeah.
If they had just, done the pan of the fields, and, it was empty, and I think that ending there...
That would have been good.
That would have been awesome, because you would have been,
it's ambiguous, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, because you don't know if it's actually there or not, and that leaves you, as the audience, to leave, and then, I can't remember the theory, or whatever it's called, there's an actual theory on it, where you leave the audience thinking and kind of creating their own ending in their head of this is what happened or this could be what happened, and so I think that would have been a great place to end it, but alas, because I think because it had the Cloverfield name, they felt maybe obligated to make it somewhat sci-fi with the aliens, and threw that in there last minute to be like, oh look, there's aliens, this is
we're doing this shit.
Yeah, so
it's Battlefield LA, whatever the hell that movie's called.
Battlefield LA.
Not Battlefield. It was a movie that came out a few years ago with Aaron Eckhart in it. He's fighting aliens that look like the Black Mantis from the Aquaman villain.
I have no idea.
It wasn't a very good movie. It's one of those forgettable films. I don't even know why I remember it. But
I have no idea.
I think it's called Battle LA or something like that. But that doesn't matter.
I have no clue.
If you know what I'm talking about, say so in the comments. But anyway. I was going to say something, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. No!
If you ever need to scare away people in kiosks, just yell no.
It was the homeless hipster man again.
Dude, did you see that guy? As we were leaving? No, as we were leaving, he was, staring at us through the window. Yeah, it was screaming.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, as we were exiting, he was just staring at us through the window, and I was like,
shit, it's John Goodman. He wants to kidnap us. Go. He's gonna lock in his bunker, make us play Pictionary.
Oh, no.
No.
It's Santa.
But no, I think so far the best film ending I've seen since we started doing the show was the ending for The Gift. Have you seen that one?
Which one was that one again?
That was one that had Jason Bateman. And he meets an old high school kid, like an elementary school kid that used to bully?
No.
That's an amazing film. It was on the best of last year. But I'm not going to say what happens, but there's a part of the movie towards the very end where I was in the theater and I was thinking, oh, ended here. Perfect ending, perfect credits. Yes!
Well, I think other than movies, the best ending I ever saw was The Last of Us.
That had a great ending too. Yeah, that's another good example. It's like you gotta know when to cut it and when to, like, okay, you're stretching it too far. Just know when to stop.
Yeah.
Know when to stop. This movie didn't quite know when to stop, but I think that was more studio pressure than anything else.
Yeah.
Because everything else, like, as far as I know, this is the director's like first movie.
Is it?
I think so. Like,
who was the Justin Lin? Was that?
No. Like it was someone.
No, it was some kind of like Greek name, right?
It was some long name. I'm gonna look.
Greek. Something.
Dark Side. Sorry, cover this. You know, something dark side. something complete. It's like the one Family Guy joke I remember. Grad would be proud. I'm gonna look up his director.
Gosh,
by the way,
Michael, it's not like we have things to do.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just kidding.
I actually go to see a good movie and you bitch and moan me. You're not grateful. You need to go back into your bunker.
Okay.
Alright, it's Dan Trachtenberg.
Oh, it's not Greek. It reminds me of the last name of Michelle Trachtenberg, who I don't really care for as an actress, actually.
He made the Portal No Escape,
Oh, dude, that was an awesome little short.
Yeah, same director.
I loved that thing.
Yeah, so this is his first feature length movie. First feature length, yeah.
Right. Wow.
And he's clearly do bottle movies really fucking well.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you want to trailers?
Yeah, I guess.
That sounds so optimistic.
Well, there weren't really any good ones.
Well, we had one that had both going, nope. Nope.
Which one was that again? Well, we'll get to it, I'm sure.
We got Star Trek Beyond.
I actually haven't seen any of the Star Trek movies, so I have no kind of...
I'm hoping it's better than the trailer makes it look, because it looks like, the guy made Fast and Furious made this movie. It's kind of what it looks like from the trailer. Yeah. But from what I've heard from, like, Simon Pegg and everyone else, like, no, it's actually much more intelligent than we're making it look, so I'm hoping it's just a marketing thing.
Because from what I've heard from just people in general is that the second one wasn't good.
I like the second one.
Really?
I mean, it's more like... If you're a diehard fan of Wrath of Khan, this is basically a remake, so just slightly different. So like, if you don't like Star Trek 2, I get it. But I thought it was fine. Okay. Like, I mean, as Benedict Cumberbatch, I'm always down for him. So.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely have no basis, so I feel like none of my. I have no credibility when it comes to Star Trek because I actually haven't watched any Star Trek.
I've seen the second one. I've seen the fourth one.
I feel like I lose nerd cred by having not watched any of Star Trek, but...
No, you lose nerd cred by saying you haven't seen The Big Lebowski. That's how you lose nerd cred.
I lose nerd cred all over the place for all kinds of reasons, but...
That's what she said.
But I also have a lot of nerd cred, so you can't say I don't have nerd cred.
Well, you are wearing like a cool shark tooth necklace thing going on there.
First of all, it's not a shark tooth.
Or an arrowhead,
It's obsidian. It's an arrowhead.
That's actually really pretty.
Thank you. Yeah. I like to think that if the White Walkers invade, I have some dragon glass to kill them with.
Okay, there you go. Nerd cred routine.
Boom! Got him!
Anyways. Well done. And then we got Ghostbusters.
So right.
Now, if you want my opinion on this, refer to the hour and 20 minute video.
You and Ron both have quite a lengthy, I think I watched the first, maybe 15 minutes of it, and then I looked at how long it was. I'm like, I'm sorry, I love you, Michael, and I care about your opinion, but this is long, and I don't have time for this. So I just turned it. I think I watched maybe 15, 20 minutes of it, which you had very valid points, and
well, you do what I do. It's like you put on the car and you just listen to while you're driving.
What's that?
It's you just do what I do.
Right.
Like that.
Sure.
It's that's the great thing about series. You can just listen to it. You don't need to necessarily watch it.
Right.
Unless you're in the last episode, in which case, slapping the face. Hard too.
But yeah, I guess in regards of my feelings for Ghostbusters, I haven't seen the movies in full, and so I'm not as big of a fan as maybe you or Ron, so I don't have like that kind of, I guess, pre-knowledge of the original movies to make me, I guess, be angered about the trailer in the ways that you two were, and I'm sure many others were. I agree with you in the sense that, or both of you in the sense of it, a lot of it was very over the top, a lot of the humor, and I think that's a big reason why I don't enjoy Melissa McCarthy, because I think she tries way too hard and ends up being not funny. No! Like I
do not want Melissa McCarthy.
I ended up, watching The Heat when it had come out, and I wanted to like it because I like Sandra Bullock as an actress, but I thought it was horrible. Like, it wasn't funny because it was all just trying too hard, over the top, like kind of not funny, some inappropriate, and I'm just like, I'm just not, I've never really been a huge Melissa McCarthy fan. And I actually really liked Bridesmaids. I thought Bridesmaids was really funny, and I thought she wasn't really, she was kind of one of the lesser things of that movie, in my opinion. But I really enjoy Kristen Wiig. I think Kristen Wiig is great, and I'm hoping that she can at least a little bit save that movie. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. I think I've seen more than enough. Go watch the other video. I feel like I've already said my piece on that. My hatred for Melissa McCarthy is very well known up to this point.
Yeah.
Tammy is the only review in the series where I actively use the C word to describe a character in the movie, which I never do because I don't like that word.
Yeah.
So I've used it to describe, I think, 2 people in my life.
Okay.
1 person. Correction.
It was me.
No, you're fine.
I'm just kidding.
Do not define me. Stay in your bunker.
So
I want you to apologize. Ow!
Don't make me crack a bottle over your head.
Say you'll behave.
No.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
So weird. That almost seemed kind of fetishy, like kinky.
A little bit. If you're into BDSM, maybe.
Right.
Yeah. You can also say it's a daddy thing too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which could also be very fetishy.
Yes. Yes, it can.
And then we got Hardcore Henry, which I get this trailer every movie now.
Yeah, I still get motion sickness from it. So
I'm realizing the more I watch it, the more I'm starting to realize man, this really has an 80s vibe to it, and I'm kind of digging that. Because I was like, man, the dialogue here is really kind of gory and kind of forced and all that stuff. And then one has it's kind of like a late 80s movie. Well, I can kind of get behind that.
Did you ever watch Kung Fury?
I did.
I was going to say, if you want a nostalgic 80s vibe thing, watch that. It's great. But I just, I think I see what they're trying to do, and it looks like a video game with it, which I think is pretty cool. But at the same time, I was getting sick watching it, and I was like, man, this is like a, however long 3-minute trailer, and I'm already like, whoa, I don't know if I can do this, guys.
I think I'll be okay, but
I wish I could, but I can't even read on the bus because watch anything on the bus because, driving because I get really bad motion sickness.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'd be able to sit through it without getting sick. So.
I'm surprisingly okay most of the time.
I don't know why. Yeah.
Everyone's different.
Yeah.
I get seasick sometimes though. Not heavily so. It only happened once. I was trying to do something while I was on a rockety boat, and I was like, ooh, okay, not feeling good.
Yeah. But it almost for me, at least in the very beginning of the trailer, it almost has a Deus Ex Human Evolution or Revolution, one of those kind of vibe where it's the subject is kind of
he's a robot.
There's he's a robot, and then there's the damsel in distress scientist who
is that Jennifer Lawrence?
I don't think so. No.
Because I swear to God,
it's not.
I'm gonna look it up now because it's gonna bug me.
I don't know who it was, but I'm 100% sure that wasn't Jennifer Lawrence.
Say that.
Yeah, I do.
But let's see if you're correct. It was Jennifer.
Shut up! No, it wasn't.
You're right. It wasn't. It was Haley Bennett. I couldn't resist.
You're a horrible liar. I can tell you're lying.
Wait till you actually see me try to lie. I've been lying since the beginning.
Okay, it's dramatic.
This isn't a show. This is a bunker.
Oh, Jesus.
I know.
It's Santa!
No! There we got a trailer for Criminal. I don't even remember this movie. That was the one with Gary Oldman and, what's his name?
Oh,
in the
crap.
Outfield. It starts with K.
What?
The guy who played the shooter, whatever the hell's name was
I don't know. I really don't care about that movie. The entire trailer, I was like, I don't care. it just seems like there's nothing about that movie that is, or maybe it is, maybe there is original.
Kevin Costner, that's who it was.
Oh, okay. But I was just like, this just seems, I don't know, like there's...
I don't know,
it doesn't draw me at all. I'm like, what's the point? Like, it's an action movie, okay. But I feel like it's like, I have nothing to say about it other than I have zero interest in seeing it.
I don't know, it has Gary Oldman, and I love Gary Oldman to death. He's one of those, I don't know what I'm going to do.
But just because he's in it doesn't mean it's going to be a good movie.
True, but he'll be entertained in it if he's doing what he wants to do. Hey, like Gary, I have the theory about Gary Oldman. When he's in a good movie, he's great. When he's in a bad movie, he's better. Because he will take whatever it is and he will ham up to the 5th degree. Look up Leon the Professional.
Okay.
For the most amazing hammy performance he's ever done in his career. It's fantastic. But no, then we got Green Room again.
Which I still have no idea why this is happening.
It looks like just evil rednecks who want to kill some people.
Which also, you know, that's not the kind of horror I'm into in the sense of, like, gore for the sake of gore. Because that's what it seems like in that movie, right? Like, it doesn't really seem like there's anything necessarily smart about it or, like, you know, psychological in that sense. It just seems like a bunch of crazy rednecks killing some band kids.
Yeah, it's crazy rednecks led by Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, I know. That's what I don't understand.
Classiest motherfucking redneck.
Got Patrick Stewart to lead this band of rednecks, which is like, what?
Like, I just be the classiest group of rednecks on the face of the planet. Like, yes, there, sir. We shall attack these pilgrims, and we shall.
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Come meet my brother, son, who's with my wife, mother, sister.
Oh my goodness!
Who I met at my family reunion.
Stop! Enough! No! Don't taint Sir Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, he's in this movie. He did it to himself.
True.
And then the one that made us both go, nope, Shallows.
Yeah, nope.
Just every nightmare I've had since I was 12.
Yeah. No, I've legitimately had reoccurring nightmares about me being in water and creatures chasing after me. So the first, like, 90% of this trailer, I was like, what is this going to be about? I don't understand. And then you see this girl or lady, I think that was Blake Lively.
Might have been.
A woman on... like in the middle of kind of an ocean, sort of near an island, but she was kind of stranded on this like literally tiny ass rock.
Yeah.
And like the water is kind of going up and down and up, and like the tide is rising, right? So it's slowly starting to fully engulf this rock, and then you see a gigantic shark. And I don't do sharks. I don't. I hate. Okay, like I'm sure they're great, and I'm sure there can be very nice sharks. That makes me sound like some kind of like racist.
Whoa!
Racist against sharks.
We don't call them sharks, okay?
Only sharks can call each other sharks.
Yeah, only sharks call each other sharks. I am a nice shark.
I am a nice shark.
Not a mindless
eating machine.
If I am to improve this image, I must first prove myself.
I never knew my father. But yeah, so basically it's this gigantic shark, and both Michael and I were like, nope.
I was going nope way before then, because for our first trailer, first minute I was like, oh fuck, this is gonna be like an open water thing. No fucking way.
Nope.
I go with the John Caparulo version when it comes to like sharks and all that stuff. Where he goes like, oh man, I'm bleeding. I'm like, yeah, I know. It's like, why are you swimming away? It's like, well, I think we should split up. You get the corner with blood in it, and I'll take the rest of the sea.
Yeah. Well, have you seen, there's this video game, which I refused to buy because it would just give me anxiety the entire time, but it's called Depth, I believe, and it's basically similar to, I guess, like 4-on-4 type, video games where you have the divers, and you can play as either the divers or the sharks. And the idea is that the divers want to find the treasure or whatever, and the sharks want to stop and like kill them, right? And so like for me in my head, I'm like, why would anyone buy this game? That is just so anxiety inducing for me if I was playing the diver, because I mean if I was playing the shark, I'd be like, oh, this is so fun, I'm eating people. But if I'm playing the diver and I'm being chased by sharks, no, I would never put myself in, like when I was a kid and I was playing like Banjo-Kazooie, I would be terrified of falling in the water because I would be scared of getting eaten by sharks. That was Banjo-Kazooie, right? And like, did you ever play Amnesia?
I did.
And the water monster?
I stopped. I just got past that part. I was like, no, I'm done.
Terrifying. So,
I take it back.
Needless to say, I'm terrified of any kind of creature in the water. I don't discriminate against sharks. I'm just terrified of anything in the water. So,
sorry,
I mean, I might see that movie, but I'll be terrified the entire time.
Fair enough. I think actually going back to the video game. I remember did you play Evolve when that was out?
No.
I played for a while. I actually really enjoyed it. But I remember nice. I always played the monster. For those who don't know what the game is, Evolve is a game where one person plays a monster, for people play hunters.
Right.
And our chance to find the monster before you can evolve to the final form. But I ran to this team that just kept kicking my ass as the monster. I was like, God damn it!
Yeah.
So finally, I wised up, and I'm so proud of this. It's my favorite gaming moments. But there's like in the game, there's all these other giant monsters that can like NPC characters that can attack the players too, or attack the monsters. They really don't discriminate. But one of them is like the most powerful one in the game. Actually, is like a shark, like a land shark, basically.
Oh shit!
It's one that goes in the water and can come out and just attack you, or do all that stuff. So I had the idea is that I was fully powered and they knew it, so they were guarding the generator I was supposed to attack if they don't come and get me first. So I start going over there, but I made sure they saw me. And then I immediately backtracked to where the monster was, and then they all immediately followed me, and they fell right into my trap. Because they immediately dropped this gigantic bubble. It's supposed to keep me inside, but they don't realize is, gonna go to Rorschach here. It's like, that's what you don't understand. I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Nice.
And the monster comes out, starts attacking them. I can almost hear them screaming through their headsets. And I came back and kicked their ass. Nice. That was a good time.
Nice.
On that completely pointless story, I think probably wrap this up.
Yes.
Do you have final thoughts for 10 Cloverfield Lane?
I liked it. I'd go see it.
Yeah, I really liked it too. Just again, if it just had a new when to stop, it would have been great.
Right. In my mind, it stopped where I said earlier. That's. I'm gonna pretend like the rest. I mean, I kind of like, you know, if another one did come out, like I would remember the end for the sake of like, oh, okay, that's what happened last. But in my mind, if they don't make a new one, that's where it ended.
Yeah, I would agree. And then next week is gonna be a Jesus week.
Next week, Bible Dictionary.
Kind of. We got Miracles from Heaven, and then we got Young Messiah.
Still no idea.
Which is kind of a prequel to Arisen, the one we saw like a couple weeks ago. It's about teenage Jesus.
Oh.
Fighting Boromir.
Nice.
I think I told out to Wes, he was like, shortest fight ever.
Well, Boromir's probably, because Sean Bean just dies in everything.
True, he survived a few lately. He was in Jupiter City. He survived in that one.
Oh, I didn't bother watch. I didn't waste my money on that. But, because he dies as Boromir. He dies as, spoiler alert, for Game of Thrones.
No!
So, and then, what else? Actually, he survives in Silent Hill.
I forgot he was in Silent Hill.
Yeah, he was the dad looking for the wife and the kid, right?
I never saw it, so I can't say that.
Yeah, pretty sure he survives. I don't remember. It's been a while since
I know someone made a list of all the movies Sean Bean has died in. I think it's on IMDb. You can probably look it up.
Yeah, true.
But other than that, we got that, and we got a movie called Midnight Specials, which has Michael Shannon in it, so I want to go see it. So we'll see if we actually care. You know what Michael Shannon is, right? He was General Zod in the last Superman movie.
Oh, okay.
You know, the I will find him, that guy.
Yes.
The guy is like the most intense motherfucker no matter what he's doing.
Alright, okay.
There's actually a video of him just reading an insane sorority letter, and he plays it straight.
That's awesome.
And it's fantastic.
That's awesome.
Oh, man. So, yeah, I would agree. It's a good movie. I'd still go see it, even despite the wacky-ass ending.
Yes.
But, yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you all whenever over at Battery Power. So it's a good time to stop. Bye, guys.